Hi, and welcome to Star Lighthouse. I'm Prashant, and this is weekly reading for Sun, Moon, Venus rising in Capricorn. This is a general read, so I suggest take what message resonates with you and leave others behind. And if this reading does connect with you, there is an extended to it. The link for that extension is below in the description box. I hope you like the reading. And if you do, please do like, subscribe, and share. That'd be very helpful. Thank you. So Capricorn, how are you doing? So close to Thanksgiving, if you're in US. How are you feeling? How has November treated you so far? Hopefully things are exciting for you. Think about the thought, the feeling, the question that brought you to this reading. Focus on that. Take a deep breath. Let it go. And just think about that thought. Maybe this reading has some answer for you. Let's see what's going on for you. Capricorn. Wheel of Fate. Reminding you where you are, you're supposed to be. Being blocked by King of Swords. Past situations. Tower. What? Okay, Mind's Ambition. Nine of Chalices. Moving forward, showing resilience. Heart's Desire. Ace of Wands. So it seems like it's more about there's like a change happened in the past and you're processing the information related to it. You're resilient about the emotions and you're looking to move forward. So this change would also bring in like sort of a new way of expressing yourself. That's where the King of Swords is like an intellectual expression. Future situations, Eight of Coins, achievements in your future, or growing past the fear of achievements. Suggested advice, Queen of Chalices, balancing your emotional waters. Suggested advice context, Knight of Wands, acting for your own truth or finding opportunities that apply truly to you rather than being in other people's setup that has been blocking your achievements in the past, even blocking your expressions. Like, so this, see how in this Nine of Chalices, how the ballerina is like flying with ease. That ease is missing, and like that's what your mind is hoping to get to, that ease where you just float in the air. Your emotions are like so free. You can dance with freedom, you can express with freedom, and there is no fear, hesitation, fear of judgment, fear of being evaluated, hesitation in mind. So it's just like you're free and you're just dancing for yourself. And that's where you're seemingly moving towards. In the past, you probably would have been in a setup, in a system, financial, or like a whole belief system. What I mean by that is like the peer circle and like the people you used to work with, they started impacting your beliefs. So that kind of system you were in, they were blocking the achievements from you reaching these achievements. You were previously wondering like if the money you, it was like rather than becoming more and more energized about investing in yourself and try to push forward, you became less aware about your achievements because of how the things were set up or designed around you. What I mean by that is like sometimes especially in corporate systems, based on my own experience too, it's you like things are designed in a way, or the situations are designed in a way that people who are working in that situation, they give in way too much to receive way too little. and what they receive way too little, it's shown to them that this is too much you're receiving, so that they go into this eventual negative complex that they are investing, like how much they're putting in is too less, and they're getting way too much out of it. That negative spin kind of reduces your own value in your own mind, reduces the importance of the achievements or the importance of the milestones you reach, the emotional, the psychological achievements you reach by completing activities, by completing tasks. And instead of getting appreciated for it, you were getting belittled for it, or even getting pushed down as to how much you were investing, how much time or how much effort you were investing. And especially in this year, with the how the virtuality kind of separated people, and the amount of effort that you put in on daily tasks was not visibly perceivable unless you had a meeting or virtual meet and we had to discuss and what's going on and discuss the facts and the situations. And so it was not perceivable as to how much effort you're spending in. That kind of has blocked you from viewing yourself in a positive space, with a positive image, viewing your achievements with appreciation rather than dejection, in terms of either I'm receiving more than I'm supposed to in terms of money or in terms of money or the material benefits of it, or I'm putting into less effort and then I'm receiving more than other people. So that negativity around it, or even feeling of lack of deservement about it, or not being able to see how much you have spent as an effort with positive light, rather viewing it as from someone else's judgmental perception, someone else telling you how much more you're supposed to give in to receive how much less. So that it's if there's X amount of work that needs to be completed for a task, and based on your efforts you're already putting more than that, but someone is asking you to so more than that would be Y, and then someone is asking you to put Z, which is way more than Y, so that they can take benefit of those extra efforts rather than you, and you're not realizing that. This tower moment suggests that that old cycle either has ended or the realization now has seeped in that you were playing someone else's game. You're playing a losing game from get-go, where someone else kept changing the rules for you to be stuck in. Someone else kept creating fears around you, kept creating these illusionary beliefs about who you are or who you're supposed to be, and that blocked your free spirit. That blocked this freedom of expressionism, energy, creationism. It's a space, such a free space. So this space is if you achieve it, if you reach that space, looking at any problem, the perception of it changes. The word problem actually goes away from mine. It's your own personal curiosity to resolve that situation, or your own personal curiosity to learn more. That's what drives you, rather than seeing it as a problem that needs to be resolved for some monetary reason. It's more about your freedom that you do it, and that staying in someone else's ecosystem that you're realizing right now, you're playing someone else's game. You're playing someone else's game that you're supposed to lose. You're supposed to stay in a state where you keep looking at your achievements with rejection, with negativity, with under evaluation of who you are. And that's blocking this free spirit of yours. That's blocking this free energy of yours that would allow you to truly express you are, your creative energy, your creative expressionism. I'm just thinking that they could also be, let's see the cards forward and then we'll see how to move forward from this situation. Hopes and fears, death. you're fearing a death, or you're hoping to get past this whole situation like with a whiff of a wand. Literally. So that's where this advice is, that you have to balance your emotional waters, you have to find calmness inside. So there could be moments like where you would revisit those memories of the old, where someone else was. So if you have already gone through this tower, or you would go through the tower. So death and tower clearly points that this situation either has ended or is ending. Playing someone else's game. Either that whole situation has ended or is ending. What would come next is realizing your mistakes, realizing that you were given in too much to someone else's belief. So it was basically, in a way, you were accomplice of getting abused. You were basically an accomplice of that crime by yourself giving in to that situation and believing someone else and allowing them to take advantage of you. So you were accomplice of that crime by itself. So that realization, when that starts seeping in, that would create so much guilt, so much judgment, self-judgment, that it would be hard to find balance in self. And that guilt would create so much negative embarrassment about who we were in the past and who we should have been in those moments, like someone who had stood up for themselves. That realization, when that starts seeping in, it's already there in that moment, or when that starts seeping in, balancing those emotional waters, like how this mermaid is balancing that ship through that unsteady waters, balancing those emotional waters, you need to bring out your own sage, your own parent, your own wise teacher inside. And when those guilt, those negative embarrassment emotions of the past come in to you, when you start realizing how much you didn't stand up for yourself, when you realize how much you were a pawn in someone else's game rather a king in your own, king or queen in your own, that realization, when that starts coming in, taking in all that information, taking in all the learnings from that information, and letting go the emotions. So when the emotions arise, like when you feel anger towards the past, when you feel guilt, hate, embarrassment towards the past, in that moment, just allow that emotion to seep through you. And those emotions would generate thoughts. What you need to focus on is those thoughts, and just write them down or focus on those thoughts, and then just assimilate them, digest them like an analyst. Just digest all those thoughts and see what comes out, because what would come out would be a learning that would teach you why you went through that cycle, why you went through that process where someone else took an advantage of you, and you also might have become an accomplice of them by staying in your fear, by staying in this lack of discernment, and not allowing your spirit to be free. So that would allow you to start seeing those lessons. To view those lessons, it's very important to believe that you are where you're supposed to be. You cannot move further without learning the lesson in the moment, and you won't have arrived to this moment without the actions in the past. Appreciation is required for all those actions. Appreciation is required for the situations and the decisions that your emotions made you make in that moment. Rather than questioning who you were back then, it's important to understand who you should be right now. And how you do that is realizing which moment you need to correct in the past, and correction of that would only occur by realizing which belief of yours make you do that, make you make a mistake in the past, leading to this moment where transformation is required. The mistake of your past is not believing in who you are, not believing in your deservement, in your ability to basically realize that everything flows towards you or through you, and giving someone else that power, believing in their opinion, believing in their judgment, believing in their analysis rather than yours. you kind of block that flow and put them in the front by like creating them as a funnel, and then they started stopping the flow for their own greed, for their own manipulation, for their own games. So either you are fearing this transformation in this moment, or this transformation is already happening, and you're fearing, or you're in that negative space where you're going through that guilt, where you're going through that anger as to why you could not stand up for yourself. Those all need to be let go of. One, that's where I'm saying the only way of letting go of them is then let them flow through you. Let those feelings allow your mind to generate thoughts, and those thoughts would let you know which action in your past, which belief of your past, which thought of your past made you stuck in that game, made you stuck in someone else's board, and you were the pawn in that. Once you find that space, that will allow you to release yourself from that game and create one of your own. So, but an understanding of the past is really crucial here. Potential outcome, 8 of chalices, finding balance in yourself. So the 8 of chalices and 9 of chalices is your mind's ambition. 9 of chalices is when you become this self-compassionate, free spirit. 8 of chalices is when you reach that an emotional balance, and you start realizing the peace lies inwards rather than outwards. Analysis, the judgment, evaluation from your past lies within yourself rather than someone else. To get out of it, you have to start believing in yourself. To get out of the situation, if you're already in it, and the situation might even look like that they could be a job loss, or they could be like a demotion, you might be removed from the team you were working in, or you just choose to leave that role by itself, you just choose to quit. Or it could also be that you might have quit in the past, and now you got similar role as another option, and you're choosing to reject that too, because you're realizing all of them kind of represent a similar system, a similar ecosystem where you would get stuck in someone else's expectation. And it's not to blame the person whose expectation you get stuck in, because they also are in a way stuck in someone else's expectation. It's a pyramidal structure. Sorry about that. It's a pyramidal structure. So it's not the person above it's just the system is that way. It's no one's fault. It's like how people get stuck in it. So like how you got stuck in it, they are also stuck in their own system. So that's where it's like, rather than judging them, rather than being in those emotions as to why you could not stand up for yourself, rather than being guilty about your past and how it looks like, feeling that embarrassment about it, it would be easier, and it would actually behoove you to letting those emotions being acknowledged rather than being rejected. Even an embarrassment about how you looked in the past, or how you appeared in the past, or how you were perceived in the past, and that might have even driven like more negative situations towards you. Release all that. Rather just understand the lesson that needed to be learned, what you should not have done, and is that something that you can truly believe for the rest of your life? Because that's what would define who you are at your core self. At your core self, where there's no one else's judgment, where there's no one else's pretense, where you are who you are. To get there, you have to find balance in your heart, balance in your mind. Allow the feelings of the heart flow through. mind would generate some thoughts, evaluate those thoughts, take in all the information that's coming towards you. Start finding a new belief in yourself. Start believing in your true self that you deserve. You deserve achievements that you've already got, and they deserve more abundance that will flow in the future. And this finding this balance between mind and heart may allow you to find more abilities inside you, would free up this spirit of yours that has been binded and hidden, being constrained and claustrophobic by other people's illusionary designs, by other people's illusionary systems that you got stuck in. So free your spirit. You'll find more abilities inside you, more than you can think of and more than you would have ever imagined. All this bonds energy, all this creative bonds energy lies within yourself. There is a need to trust it. There is a need to believe that you can survive. You can survive without other people. You can survive without the ecosystem designed around you. If survivability is something that you're worried about, just believe you will survive. Rather focus on who you are and who you're truly supposed to be and who you actually want to be. Align all of them together. Find that balance inwards. Queen of Chalices, balance your emotional waters. Learn that the evaluation, peace, calmness of heart, peace of mind, all reside within you. Judgments of other people, opinions of others, lack of self-worth, lack of belief that you deserve achievements, amazing future, all that is an illusionary perception that needs to be let go of. Release that. Breathe through negative emotions that generate from past memories. Understand which version of your conscious needs to be modified, which belief of yours, acting belief of yours needs to be modified. Modify them. Take this time to improve yourself rather than focusing on your stability and survival. Expand your skills. You'll find all those skills hiding within you. The system you got stuck in was pushing those skills inside. Allow them to breathe, expand those skills. Your survivability is not in question. In fact, you have abundance and achievements coming towards you. Believe in that. Capricorn. The general reading cards are very clear. You previously got stuck with other people's games. You got stuck in their design, their system, their games. You might even look like, even to yourself and other people, as their own pawn. The embarrassment, the guilt, the negativity of the past, the anger towards it needs to be released. Free your spirit from all the negative emotions. Allow those negative emotions to flow through you. Let those thoughts generate and allow those thoughts to be evaluated by your beliefs. Some version of your beliefs probably need to change for you no longer to get stuck in systems, in those vicious circles of the past. Believe that this moment is where you're supposed to be. You're given this moment to learn very important lesson, so that you no longer play other people's game. Rather, you are king in your own. Find that belief inside. Balance your emotions, balance your mind. Allow your conscious to adapt and modify. All that would express your spirit in a very creative way, allow you to find abilities you never thought of. Bring peace inside and calmness in mind. All that would take you to an amazing future, amazing abundance. I hope this reading connected with you. If it did, there is an extended to it. The link for that extension is below in the description box. In the extended reading, I would look more at your current aura energy, how you're dealing with this transformation, how to balance your heart and mind. Messages from the oracle regarding how to move towards the future, and timing related to this transformation. So the death would happen soon, but the transformation about your emotional transformation, that would take a while. So timing related to that. All of that I will look in the extended. If you'd like to join me there, the link for that is below in the description box. I hope you liked the reading, and if you did, please do like, subscribe, and share. Thank you for joining me here, and have an amazing week. Also, happy Thanksgiving. Bye.